were doing guard the other night. We did like triangle setup and trying to finish the triangle. And then we also played in the standing position where we just try to hold. Who was here for that? We were here. You guys weren't here for that? Let's do that again then. Let's start off with the one that's going to warm us up the most. Let me stand up. Which is, I'm going to hold either his collar or his belt. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to hold his ankle. Peter is going to try to do one of several things. Submit me, sweep me, or stand up. If he does any of those, he wins. My job is just to stay here, not let him do any of those three things. I'm not trying to submit him or pass his guard or anything. So I'll be here, and his job is to try to do one of those things to me. And what's really challenging about this, for me, other than maybe getting swept or submitted, is breathing. Because what tends to happen is I tend to bend over, which crunches up my diaphragm, and I hold my breath, which doesn't help me breathe at all. So I gotta move while I'm doing all this, which needs me to breathe. So I'm like doing all the things opposite of what I actually need. And so even, what was that, 30 seconds? 30 seconds seems long. You'll be like, so it's a great way to train yourself to breathe. It's a great way to train yourself to control open guard a little bit, become familiar with the different setups and sweeps and things like that. But remember, you also cannot let them stand up. So that's one of the options for the bad guys to try to stand up. So you have to maintain control of that 1 foot at the very least. You guys feel okay with that? Makes sense? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. We'll do like 5 minutes and then switch as a group.
I'll be light on this.
Yeah. It's brain stuff, but sleep extra a lot of the time.
Starting on Friday.
Yeah. So,
Good, come on.
I just want to problem.
Good.
So, yeah. We're gonna hang on.
Okay. I'm just trying to hang on.
Yeah, you're trying to get past my door.
Okay.
I don't know which one is better. I always have feet in this position.
It makes sense if you don't know.
Damn Last time. How about you get that leg up? Move it out of the way.
Face with her.
Yeah. Feel gravity. Feel like an astronaut. Should we switch on our own or we? We're switching groups at the time.
All right, time, switch, top person's on the bottom. It's exhausting. Come on, you got
So gravity. I don't gravity. Gravity. Okay. I'm not pressure. Not very good. Do it, and you start to do the clock. Okay. Just to work. Just pull both my legs down. both. I can do it. Get both legs. Oh. I can't move my legs.
Time. Roll. How do you guys feel with that?
Exhausting moves standing like that.
Yeah, it can wear you out. That's why I like it. That's why when I play it, I don't pass. I just stay there to see how long I can stay there because I want to learn how to beat that position. And they're pretty free to move around. You only have 2 points of contact: belt or the gi collar, and then the foot. And so it's not like you really control your hips the way you normally control stuff, which now makes it a little different because you got to figure out how to stop them from grabbing you, stop them from standing up, control those 2 points even though they can move around a little bit. So it's almost like you have to become less of a vice and more of a spider web. The other thing we worked on the same night, which I think is a great drill as well, is starting in the triangle finish position, but postured like this. Peter's goal is just to collapse him. He pulls it down a bit, he wins. That's it. Because we know as soon as you pull down, the triangle is very close behind. So I'll try to stay in position where he can't pull me down. The other thing I gotta watch out for here is pushing too far back like this and getting pushed backwards. So I can't just arbitrarily go, and try to stay away from over there because now I'm knocked over backwards. So I gotta avoid that, but I also can't fall forward. And for that to work, I have to put a frame in place here that he can't break apart. And that's a challenge. So if I take even a moment to look at what's happening, I'm gonna get collapsed. Or if I take a moment just to go and relax, now I'm gonna get collapsed. So I have to keep myself in this arrangement. So Peter's gonna try to collapse me. My job is to stay in position. And then if he does collapse me, I just go right back up, start all over again. If I can get good at that to the point where I'm comfortable there and I'm not burning a lot of energy, then triangles aren't as much of a threat because I know when it feels safe and when it doesn't. And for the average low-level grappler, they will shoot those legs and do everything they can to forcibly pull you in. And all you gotta do is just survive that attack. Once you get to where you can do this pretty comfortable, you're gonna survive that attack. And then passing's easy because they're gonna tire out and open their guard. At some point, Peter just did it. He tried to push and do a couple things and all of a sudden his guard opened. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the guard open so I can pass. As the bottom person, be forceful. As the top person, just conserve your energy, be economical, don't let it collapse. Can you do that? All right, 1, 2, 3. To be the bad guy? Well, you don't have to. Just cross your feet and pull it in. And can you cross your feet?
I can be where the foot, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think, especially for Mike, because he's just starting with this. But don't really think that.
I can bend his knee to hold him in the side squat.
So now I know why you made that face when I grabbed your ankle the other night. Wasn't there?
Yeah, it's swollen in the back, so right.
Yeah, so, yeah, I understand. Yeah, well, yeah, just be crossed. Try to grab it and pull it
But
down.
you're learning to survive in the triangle here. So,
Inside the triangle, Mike?
so
There you go.
you can be here. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, you're not trying to pass, Mike. You're just trying to survive this position, not get pulled down. You're Brady. Be strong. And be tactical. You let this through, make it as strong as possible so that we can do.
Yeah.
I try not to be out of the road most of the time, but if I have to be out of the road, I will when it's supposed to split, and I have it inside. And I'll frame that way, when it's not letting me.
So where's your? How are you doing? Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you grabbing here?
What's that? No, I said you're strong now. You're not attacking. You just collapse now and that's it.
Yeah.
It's his job to be technical. It's yours to be a strong guy. Force it. This is way more. One day here. You feel that?
Yeah.
You could try that whole consulting. I didn't know that wasn't.
What?
It's redirecting force.
Oh.
Trying to drive into my solar plexus.
Yeah.
Uh,
They drop it. Okay.
yeah. Just like my friend. So it completely picked up the force.
Right.
It was not ready to drive.
Yeah, if you can push my elbow at a 45. Look this way.
I'm not pushing it.
Huh.
My elbow is anchored in the mountains.
Oh, okay.
That's why you're working.
Right.
Elbows in the mat.
Reverse. Reverse. There's an arm triangle. There's an arm.
I'm trying to bend down.
So you just redirect it a finger. I was doing that because you were, if I had my arm straight, you were flat.
Yeah. Okay, so fine. Yeah.
Then you're close to getting triangle. But the arm bar here. I can switch this leg over. Blow this up and have a
I mean, that's I tried to push you back, to focus on the break and back and forth.
Yeah.
Try to be more forceful. I guess that's the lesson.
Right.
So that's,
Yeah, I know. You took away that completely because there's no.
yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, once I can rub your head
Yeah.
well with two hands.
So you just angled your body up so that there was no force on the stomach.
Switch, top and bottom.
Too bad. Yeah, the push here.
Yeah.
That also means I'm not in danger of a triangle. Because you've created space.
Yeah, I'm very much more open. Maybe. It's an interesting theory.
So you're.
I don't want to push it. I only push you.
Right here. Right. Right. Yeah. Sounds like a dude. Let's see what else I could do there, like other than bring you in and pull you away. Like anytime I bring you in, you just push on that sword. Side to side. Yeah, but I don't know how you did it.
So I feel very balanced. I'm trying to sense where your balance is.
Yeah.
So if I feel it's go one way, I don't try to help you look around. That's really the direction.
Okay.
So you're here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Yeah, I'm too. People that
right?
Yeah. So if I'm going this way, then how would you hold it?
Sure, so.
You're pushing on the mat.
With my hand.
Pushing me over.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm basically here, a tripod, right? My shoulders are down,
Mm-hmm.
and you're the third base.
Right.
for me. So if I want to push you over, if I push here, see this elbow?
Mm-hmm. And just reverse it to.
Yes. Because you can counter. You can just try to do one thing. It's easy.
Right.
I thought the first one would be the more fun.
You think this one more than the other?
Well, too bad it doesn't move.
I think sometimes it has to do with who you're training with. Different people present different challenges. Like so.
And once you do it's not that I want to pass, but the weaker you're connected, the more confident they can keep there. I don't have a handicap triangle.
I tell myself to breathe. It's like
Yeah, but
I start seeing stars. I'm like, I'm still breathing.
you can tell yourself that all day until you actually breathe. All right, time.
Good. Actually feels good to move it around.
How do you guys feel with that? Did you guys come up with any problems or ideas to help you posture, stay postured?
So, one of the things that I was getting trouble in my career was I was straightening my torso so there's less of an angle. But in order to pull, you still need that, which represents the opportunity for pressure.
Yeah, so I would do, when I was in the triangle position on the bottom, I would do what he was doing and extend that angle so you had nothing to push on. But then I realized, like, in order to get the triangle, I have to eventually pull them in. And as soon as I would do that, I would feel two hands on my solar plexus. And then we were trying to play with changing the angles a little bit so that you can, I think that the key is to create something dynamic that they're not expecting, right?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to defend something that you can't see coming. I understand. But it's a tough game. Ultimately, you'd be looking to pass, and that would make it a little easier. But to get good at that, you have to spend time there. You just have to stay there and constantly have someone trying to crunch you down to get really, good timing and comfort and prioritize that posture. Because what happens is when you stay postured, as you know from the bottom, is your feet start to fatigue, your legs start to fatigue, and eventually you open them up because you almost have to. In fact, more than posture, sometimes it feels like it's going to pop your legs open. So that's our goal there, is to stay postured up. Yeah, that's one of the problems that usually comes along is, you know, someone bridging really hard, pushing up, because then you got no square surface. Sometimes I get my hands pulled away from here, and I end up grabbing here,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, good
And then
job.
he'll try to rip that off, and then I'll push down on this one. It's like you're constantly finding some way to keep them from pulling pull you down until you can get back to where you want to be.
Those are all sorts of frames, right?
This is all framework, yeah. What about solutions for the Wild Guy? You guys come up with anything there?
I noticed you couldn't really, what I was doing was when I got into you, I mean, extending my legs, right? Looking back,
Yeah,
found that you actually pushed the crowd and ultimately do it.
yeah, that's true. I don't know if you noticed, but Peter did that a couple times earlier when he was demonstrating.
Whenever I try, it won't work though.
There is one thing to be aware of with that. There's a video out there. There's probably more than one these days, because I'm sure it's happened more than once. But there's one in particular that's been around for years. I used to show it. Now it was done from a different position, but it's the same concern, the same danger, which is if Peter were to stand up in my guard. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah. There's a waiter sweep here where I can hold on to his leg and push. The way it's done, the way I do it, is I push sideways against the knee to collapse it. But what a lot of people do is they'll put their hand on the floor and extend and try to push the person over, which right now is not a problem. But sometimes they'll try so hard to extend. I'm just going to do this against the wall so I'm safe. They'll try so hard to extend that they'll do this and arch.
The knee rolls the wrong way.
What's that?
The knee would roll the wrong way.
No, not the knee.
No.
It would become a Boston crab. I can get my back broken
Oh.
because I would get folded backwards. And there's videos out there of that happening. I don't know that the ones I've seen were intentionally done, but if you can imagine me standing up in Peter's guard and then him hooking under my, and then start to extend. Yeah, look, if I were to take a step over him now, I'm gonna do it with my hands down. Go ahead and arch your back. Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
I'm doing it with my hands down, no problem. But if I did that and sat on him, his butt would touch his head. And I've seen videos of that happening, and the person on the bottom they're not moving. Can't move. Back's broken.
So I don't know if you noticed it when I was doing it, but what I, for one, the reason it does work for me is that I wait for your balance to be already like partially falling.
Right.
And then I push on it a little bit, and then as soon as you tip over, I abandon and disconnect completely and just roll out of it.
Yeah.
So you and I fall separately. I don't care about anything.
Yeah, so just be aware of that when you push, that if you arch, they can step over you, maybe Boston crab you or foot lock you. There's a lot of things there. For me, I don't really focus too much on pushing them back. I'll use the push back to get them to react and push forward, break their posture. That's usually what I'm looking for. Or I'll do nothing and wait for them to relax and then put them down. But that's the game. You can come up with all kinds of little tricks and solutions when you're there. Do you guys have any questions about anything? All right, very good.